They're a lifeline to the bush. The Royal Flying Doctors swooping in to treat and transport the seriously ill when no other medical options exist. Well, now the roaming medics have a new mission, and this time they stay on the ground a little bit longer.
Emergency medical call from HTR to HSK.
The angels in the sky.
The plane brings the Flying Doctor, and these are magic words in Australia's outback.
For nearly a century, the Royal Flying Doctor Service has been a critical lifeline for outback communities.
Their air ambulances are a common sight on the Gibber Plains on their rounds of mercy, rushing serious cases back to hospital.
Open up, open up. Oh, good boy, you've done this before.
Now they've touched down in country towns, providing full-time healthcare services for desperate communities.
Just keep an eye on him and come back if you need anything from us.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's a huge bonus for our town.
You can get a doctor here, but trying to get the doctor to stay is the other fight.
Condobolin in central New South Wales was like many other Australian communities, screaming out for vital healthcare services.
I'm a mother of 3 kids, and I was actually having to travel out of town at some stages to get my children seen by doctors.
Katie Thornton would sometimes drive a round trip of 300 kilometres.
So with a little girl in daycare, constantly sick.
There is just such demand and such low supply of GPs available that they can pick and choose, and a lot of people choose to work on the coast or in other locations that are considered more desirable. The provision of medical services...
Greg Torrey is Lachlan Shire Council's General Manager.
It's critically important. If a town can't offer reliable medical services for its residents, it's a real disincentive for people to remain in the town.
A core part of what we do is delivering care into some of our most vulnerable rural and remote communities. So things like primary care services, dental services, mental health services, alcohol and other drug services.
Oh, Jason, we're going to go this
Dr.
way.
Shannon Knott is the Royal Flying Doctor Service's Chief Medical Officer. Getting doctors to the bush to set up general practices has been nearly impossible. It's left many towns isolated from essential health care.
To have the Royal Flying Doctor Service come to our town is a huge benefit for helping us maintain our population and provide the services they need.
We have seen firsthand for many decades the challenges and the maldistribution of health professionals between metropolitan areas and rural and remote.
And the problem is only going to get worse. The Department of Health and Aged Care's GP workforce report has shown Australia already has a shortage of 2,460 GPs and predicts this shortage will grow to 5,560 by 2033.
Rural and remote has been the canary in the coal mine in regards to workforce challenges, particularly in primary care.
The Royal Flying Doctor Service has full-time clinics in Condobolin, Gilgandra and Warren.
We have seen primary care fail in those communities.
Is this clinic saving lives?
There is no doubt that comprehensive primary care provided well in any community saves lives.
Before the Condobolin Clinic opened its doors, many relied on the local hospital.
We keep people out of hospital.
While the Royal Flying Doctor Service is helping to fill the gap here in Condobolin, towns across the country are crying out for more medical services.
We can play a role, a vital role in being able to address that gap.
Katie Thornton's youngest has already been airlifted by the RFDS twice. Now, with the full-time clinic, she'll get the care when she needs it. For her, the ongoing care is a godsend.
To get that follow-up phone call a couple of days later just shows they really are caring and compassionate.
Without a facility such as this, we'd be in a lot of trouble.
Thank goodness for the flying doctors, right?